Myself Minal Pawar from AGM College, Karad. Today we are going to learn subject physics, 10th number topic magnetic field due to the electric current. Now we are going to learn moving coil galvanometer. Now see here two pole pieces of magnet, here north and south pole. Here rigid support is given to the here mirror. Here the rectangular coil is placed in the center of two pole pieces of magnet. This one is upper suspension, and here this is moving coil, and center was is placed iron core. And here spring is attached to the moving coil, and D, and this current flowing through this spring here. This one is lower suspension, This is the block diagram of moving coil galvanometer. That is the block diagram of moving coil galvanometer. This iron core is stationary here. Now see that current in the circuit and voltage of the battery can be measured by the torque. This torque which exerted by the magnetic field due to the current carrying coil. Now see here, now current in the coil and voltage of the current in the circuit or voltage of the battery can be measured by torque which is exerted by magnetic field due to the current carrying coil. Now see here, this is the block diagram of moving coil galvanometer. This block diagram of. Now construction of the moving coil galvanometer. This moving coil galvanometer, it consists of several number of the turns. It consists of the several number of the turns here that mounted between the two pole pieces of the magnet, north and south poles. This moving coil, it is suspended or pivoted types of the moving coil galvanometer. It is suspended types of moving coil galvanometer. Which one types of moving coil galvanometer? Suspended types of moving coil galvanometer here. Now this moving coil galvanometer, it can rotate freely. That this moving coil galvanometer make the magnetic field. It can rotate through the freely in between the two pole pieces of the magnet. So it can make the magnetic field. This magnetic field becomes radial. Now radial magnetic fields, the magnetic fields in all direction. The radial magnetic field like this magnetic field. This magnetic field becomes radial in case of moving coil galvanometer. That moving coil galvanometer is freely rotated. So this type of the galvanometer is suspended type of or pivoted types of the galvanometer. Now see here that moving coil galvanometers here. This moving coil galvanometer, in between this moving coil galvanometer, iron core is placed. These iron cores make the magnetic field strong. This iron core, the magnetic field in between their two pole pieces of the magnet. This iron core make the magnetic field strong and radial. Which one? This iron core make the magnetic field strong and radial. Now when this coil, it can freely rotate. So these coil produce the torque. This coil produce the torque. That torque is producing by this two magnetic field inside this coil. So torque is produced. When current is flowing to this coil, that current also flowing to the coil. Now last lecture we had learned the torque tau is equal to NIAB. Torque tau is equal to NIAB. N is equal to number of turns. N is equal to number of turns of the coil. I is equal to current flowing through the coil. Flowing through coil. A is area of the coil. And B is magnetic field due to the coil. Here sin theta is equal to what? That field is radial. That is torque is produced in between the two pole pieces of the magnet inside this coil. Now this torque is balanced by the spring. This torque is balanced by the spring here. The spring is attached to the moving coil. This torque is balanced by the spring. That counter torque. This counter torque is balanced by magnetic torque. Here is counter torque is produced also. This counter torque is balanced by magnetic torque. Here, when steady current flowing through this moving coil, we get the steady deflection inside the coil. We get the steady deflection phi. The steady deflection phi inside the coil. When the steady current, steady means constant current. Constant current flowing through this coil, we get the steady deflection phi there. Now the larger current is flowing through the coil, it produces larger deflection in coil. This one also phi. That is the restoring torque. That is the restoring torque. Now the larger deflection in the coil, the larger deflection produced by the spring. This one is this equation is that K phi is the deflection, K is the torsional constant. Torsional constant, that is torsional constant. That K phi is equal to NIAB. K phi is equal to NIAB. Therefore, phi is equal to NAB upon K into R. That these equations show that the deflection of the coil is directly proportional to the current flowing through the coil. This phi is directly proportional to the current flowing through the coil. Now that is the construction also. Construction we had seen here, and this equation. This equation show the deflection of the coil is directly proportional to the current flowing through the coil. Now next article is magnetic dipole moment. Magnetic dipole moment. Magnetic dipole moment. Now here, when in case of current carrying coil, In case of current carrying coil, magnetic dipole moment can be write here. Mu is equal to magnetic dipole moment. Magnetic dipole moment. Mu means the magnetic dipole moment. Therefore, mu is equal to NIAB. Mu is equal to NIAB. Here. Ni here. Mu is equal to Ni. NIA. Not here. Here. Mu is equal to Ni. N means the number of the turns. I means current flowing through the, and A means here area of the points that magnetic dipole is. When these magnetic dipoles held in uniform magnetic field, when it is placed uniform magnetic field, the torque is produced. The torque is responsible for when magnetic field is held in uniform magnetic dipole is held in uniform magnetic field. Here, see here, magnetic dipole is held in uniform magnetic field. Now, this tau is equal to, vector tau means torque is equal to vector mu vector B sin theta. Vector u vector B sin theta. Now see once again, when magnetic dipole held in uniform magnetic field, the magnetic dipole held in uniform magnetic field, then it produces the torque. Torque is responsible for when magnetic dipole is held in uniform magnet. That equation became like this also. Then we can write tau is equal to mu B sin theta also. Tau is equal to mu B sin theta. This equation we can write like this also. Here see, tau is equal to mu B sin theta. That theta is the angle between vector mu and vector B bar. Theta is the angle between vector mu and vector B bar. In vector form, now this equation, in vector form we can write vector tau is equal to vector mu cross vector B. Next equation. This is torque due to the magnetic dipole moment. Here is vector product of two vectors. So this equation we can write like this, mu B sin theta. In 11th standard, we learned when the torque acting on due to the electric dipole, then we can write vector tau is equal to vector P cross vector E. Vector tau is equal to vector P cross vector E. When P is electric dipole moment, and E is electric field. E is electric field. This one we had learned in 11th standard. Now, next article is magnetic potential energy. Magnetic potential energy. Now see here, when magnetic dipole that suspended in magnetic field. Now magnetic dipole means symbol here mu. which means suspended in uniform magnetic field. It possesses magnetic potential energy. When it possesses magnetic potential energy. This magnetic potential energy, because of that, it produced by their account of magnetic field around us. That account of orientation of field or orientation of field is around us. So this magnetic potential energy produced. Now when electric potential energy, last chapters here is given briefly. Electric potential energy is also produced by electric dipole. Electric potential energy produced by electric dipole means vector P. P is the electric dipole. When this electric dipole that held in uniform electric field, it possesses electric potential energy because of the orientation of field around us. The orientation of field is, there is electric field is around us, here magnetic field is around us. Here which energy produced? Magnetic potential energy produced. Here which energy is produced? Electric potential energy is produced. Now this one is magnetic potential energy, this one is electric potential energy. Now this electric potential energy is denoted by letter U, is equal to minus vector P dot vector E. That equation 1. U is electric potential energy minus vector P dot vector E. P means electric dipole moment, E means electric field. This one is electric potential energy. These two equations are analogous to each other. Analogous means similar equation. Like this electric potential energy, there is also magnetic potential energy. U is equal to minus vector U mu dot vector B. Minus vector mu dot vector B. There is dot product. So this equation we can write minus mu B cos theta. This equation we can write minus mu B cos theta. Second equation. This is magnetic potential energy. This is electric potential energy. In this magnetic potential energy, mu is magnetic dipole moment and B is magnetic field. Now there are two cases are there. Case number first. The case number first here, when theta is equal to 0. Now cos 0 is equal to 1. So this equation, that magnetic potential energy U is equal to minus mu B. When theta is angle between mu bar and B bar, this vector mu bar and vector B bar, the vector mu bar and B bar parallel to each other. It produces minimum potential, minimum magnetic potential energy. Case number first produce minimum magnetic potential energy. Now second case, the case number second here, when theta is equal to 180 degree, that cos 180 degree is equal to minus 1. So this equation became U is equal to mu B. Here this vector mu and vector B are anti-parallel to each other. Vector mu and vector B are anti-parallel to each other. Anti-parallel. So it produces maximum magnetic potential energy. It produces maximum magnetic potential energy. Here produce the maximum magnetic potential energy. Here produce minimum magnetic potential energy. Now next article is Bio-Savart's law. Let me see Bio-Savart's law here. This diagram is here. That is arbitrary shape of the wires here. This arbitrary shaped wire. Here dl, length of small element. Here I dl. Here r. Here p and vector dv and I current flowing through here. Due to arbitrary shape of the wires here. Now we have to see here Bio-Savart law, that due to the arbitrary shape of the wire, I be the current flowing through these arbitrary shaped wires, and length of small element dl be the length of the small element, and p be the point that magnitude of magnetic field induction we have to calculate here. Then r be the distance from the center of length element, and that I be the current flowing through the direction of that small element, length of small element I dl. Now statement of this Bio-Savart's law, the magnitude of magnetic field of induction, that is vector dv, the magnitude of magnetic induction at a point due to small element of length dl, due to small element of magnitude of magnetic field of induction means dv here, due to the small element is directly proportional to the current flowing through the wires, and is directly proportional to the length of small element here. dl is the length of small element, is directly proportional to the sine of angle between the line joining to the center of element, the line joining to the center of element at that point, and inversely proportional to the square of distance from the center of element. Once again see here, the magnitude of magnetic field of induction due to the small element of length dl is directly proportional to first current flowing through the wire, directly proportional to the length of small element dl, directly proportional to the sine of angle between that angle between the length element and line joining to the center of the element, and inversely proportional to the square of distance from the center of element. Combinedly this equation we can write that vector dv mu 0 upon 4 pi, this constant term is right here, I dl sin theta upon r square. Constant term we can write here, and this constant term is right here c. Therefore mu 0, value of the mu 0 is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 6 t T m per A. Tesla meter per ampere, and in actual value of mu 0 is 1.26. Here minus 7, not minus 6. Here minus 7. The mu 0 is equal to 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 Tesla dot meter per ampere, and this actual value of this mu 0, if pi's value substitute here, that we get 1.26 into 10 raised to minus 6 T dot m per A. This mu 0's value. Now in vector forms, when the length of small element is directed towards, when current is flowing toward the length of small element, we can write ideal. Now here theta is angle between vector dl and r, vector r. So this equation we can write vector db is equal to mu 0 upon 4 pi I dl, vector dl cross vector r upon r cube. This equation we can write mu 0 upon 4 pi I vector dl cross vector r upon r cube. Here using inverse square law. This equation also hold for Biot-Savart's law, and this equation is also used for Biot-Savart's law. Thank you.